Good morning, dear one. How are you today? What's been stirring within you? I'm so happy you chose to join me for this flow class. A wonderful way to get into the flow of your body, the flow of your mind, the flow of your spirit, your soul. In today's practice, what we're going to do is really focus on creating a connection with that inner flow. No matter what else is going on around us, really connecting in with that inner flow. So when you're ready, I invite you to find your comfortable seat, cross-legged or legs out in front, or however you want to be, maybe even kneeling. Just allowing the veils of the eyes to close. Starting to deepen your breath. Maybe inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Just to connect into where you're at. Using your inhalation to create space and your exhalation to create release in your body. Maybe there's even a gentle sigh out of the mouth as you exhale, just to help release the jaw, release the chest, and the space around the heart. Let's do 3 more breaths, just like this. Now that you've made some space, just starting to find a little more connection with your heart, a little more connection with your belly, and a little more connection with your head. These are your 3 key circulations that affect the choices that you make. Your heart, your head, your belly, your gut instincts, your passions, and your thought process. When we unify all of these in flow, we allow ourselves to act from a place of complete conviction, helping us to make better decisions and helping us to flow with life in accordance with our own flow, as opposed to being pushed and pulled around by others, by expectation. Just connecting into the belly, maybe even placing your hands over your belly, maybe even one over the belly and one over the lower back, and just tuning in to your gut instinct. What does it feel like in your life when you flow with your gut instinct? And just allowing yourself to feel that, no need to think it. Just being with that sensation of flowing with gut instinct. Feeling the breath deep down into the belly, into the lower back, maybe even to the lower parts of the pelvis. And then allowing that awareness to gently draw up through the solar plexus, up towards the heart. And connecting in with your passions. Connecting in with your love and flowing with that. Perhaps even an area of your life where you feel in flow with love. Or if not, just noticing that without judgment. Feeling the expansion, drawing in more love. And the exhale, releasing everything that's been holding you back from following your passions. Let's draw those hands up through the shoulders, through the neck, to the hair. Just feeling into that beautiful head of yours. All of our sensory information interrelate. When we make the decisions with all of the information we have through our perception on how we're going to move forward. Just tuning into what it feels like when you're guided by your mind. Noticing if it feels pleasant or unpleasant. Noticing if there's no sensation at all. Just connecting in with it. Joining it with the heart. Joining it with the belly. Taking deep breaths all the way up through these centers. And all the way down. Three more breaths. Two more. Last one. As you finish your exhale, allowing the eyes to flutter open, just allowing your body to start to move a little more. Feeling what it feels like to expand that breath out to the arms. Feel what it feels like to expand that breath out into the legs. Maybe finding your way up to standing gently as you're ready. Just feeling your breath, your body, and your sense of flow this morning. When it feels right for you, just allowing your shoulders to draw forward, up, back, and down, opening through the chest. Feet are hip width apart, hips bend, chest opens, chest closes, hips move forward and back. Some gentle movements, let that belly hang out, let that belly draw in. Just noticing what's present here in your body. Then maybe allowing your hands to come to your shoulders and drawing some circles with your elbows, with your shoulders as well. Maybe a little deepening through the hips, through the spine. Feeling the back of the ribs, the sides of the ribs, the front of the ribs opening up. Then allowing the hands away from the shoulders. If you can, nice big circles with the whole arms. So noticing what's in your front body, what's in your back body. Then as you next come up, allowing your right arm to lead back like you're doing backstroke. Left arm back. And let your hips move with your shoulders. Transferring the weight from side to side and taking your awareness to your lower belly. Nice deep breaths moving through your whole being, your whole body. Feeling the stretch through the outsides of the hips, through the top sides of your pelvis. Feeling the opening through those ribs, feeling the opening through the chest. And also incorporating your head and neck. Let your whole spine snake, feeling the movement through your knees, feeling the movement through your ankles. And then as you're ready, just allowing the elbows to bend a little more. And then sending the arms out to the sides, just making some nice big circles through those arms. Just out to the sides. Use your breath to release any tension that you feel in the body, particularly in those shoulders. And then as your arms next draw back, let the palms turn up, let the hips draw forward, let the gaze lift up. Exhale, chin towards the chest, palms face down. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, opening. Exhale, rounding. Allowing yourself to draw over towards your right. You should feel a stretch through the whole back of the shoulder. Slight twist through the belly. And then inhale to center. Exhale over to the other side. Stretching through the back of the right arm now, twisting into the lower belly, bending through the knees. Inhaling back to center. Drawing the arms up. Exhaling up on toes, stretching out those ankles. And then drawing the hands through the heart space, releasing the palms down. Waking up the lower body a little bit more now. Drawing the weight over into your left leg, grounded through your foot, like you could send roots down into the earth. Slight bend in the knee. And then if you can, lifting the right leg away. Maybe the hands on the hips for a little more stability, pressing the hands down into the hips to broaden across the chest and lower the shoulders, and just cycling through that ankle. If it's too much, just having the foot on the floor and rotating around. If you had a chair or something close, you could also use that for extra stability if the balance is a little wobbly today. So just moving through that ankle, moving, letting the knee move as well if the toe is on the floor, otherwise just working more through the ankle. And then as you're ready, lowering your right foot down. Inhale, reaching up. We're just resetting the spine, resetting the body. Lowering the heels, taking the hands to the heart space. Releasing the hands down. Body weight draws over into the right leg now, slight bend in the knee. If it's comfortable, lifting the leg. Remember, you can always ground that left foot if you need to, using a chair or something if you need to. Just rotating around, getting movement into that beautiful ankle, flexion, extension through the foot. If you need to, hands can be on the hips. Good work. All right, let's lower that left foot down. As you're ready, weight back over into that left leg. And maybe this time we can draw the knee, the right knee, all the way in. Just flexing, pointing through the toes. And then as you're ready, extending the knee out, hands to hips, moving through our knee. Challenging the balance. If that's a little bit too much, having the feet together and just drawing some circles with the knees. First in one direction and then in the other. But if you're wanting to challenge the balance, if you're wanting to strengthen your core, you can work with the knee lifted. I'm going to go straight over to the other side with knee lifted. So I draw my knee in and then drawing some circles. Really good for switching on the whole core whenever we balance. Just really helpful when it comes to experiencing flow around us and cultivating that connection to flow within us. All right, lowering that left foot down if it's still lifted. Let's reset, breathing in. Exhale, lifting up onto the toes. Feeling those fingers drawing up to the sky. And then lowering the heels, hands through the heart space. Releasing the fingers down. All right, from here it's the hips. So when you're ready, taking the feet a little bit wider, starting to draw the hips forwards, to the side, back behind, the other side, and forwards. Nice big circles, keeping the chest open. Really letting everything in your lower abdominal area and your lower back stretch out. Hands can be wherever it's comfortable. Remember that the knees like to bend, so not just straight knees. Let those knees bend. It allows the hips a lot more movement. All right, opposite direction as you're ready. Feeling that movement through the hip joint, feeling the movement through the lower belly. Really good for digestion. Whenever we support our hips, our lower back, our belly, we support digestion, all the organs inside moving. All right, from here, if it's comfortable, seeing whether you can snake, so expanding and contracting through the belly, letting the whole body move like a wave rolling in and out. Remembering the head and neck are attached. So that's where we start from the bottom. Now let's see how we go through the top. It might feel totally weird. Don't worry about it. The idea is the moving through the body. So this is also opening up that lower and upper segment. So around our gut instincts, around our hearts, getting that energy moving. All right, as you're ready, we're now going to draw a figure eight through the hips. Maybe taking the feet a little bit wider, letting those knees bend a little more if you want a bit more challenge, strengthening those thighs. If you're just wanting a little lighter practice today, just a little sway through the hips. So drawing a figure eight, and you feel your awareness at a place called Dantian, which is 3 finger widths below the navel. In traditional Chinese medicine, in Qigong, in Tai Chi, this is our center of power. This is where all the movement, the flow comes from. So feeling your awareness here. If you need to, you can put your fingers there and at the back of the body. And then as you feel like you've got it, maybe just closing the eyes, allowing the arms to rest away, and just visualizing that area with a beautiful gold and orange light. Glowing nice and brightly as you move through your hips, as you connect with that Dantian space. All right, starting to allow the movement to become a little less, maybe blinking the eyes open again once you're feeling it. And then from here, as you're ready, we're going to gather the energy up from the belly into the heart and take it out through the arms. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Now we're going to take it all the way up to the head. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Holding all the way down from here, bending your knees as much as you need to get your hands to the floor. Body weight is towards the toes. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, folding down, starting to open and awaken the back of the legs. Inhaling up, hands to shins. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down, taking hold of opposite elbows. Just letting yourself sway from side to side. Accessing those other fibers of your muscles that need a little bit more stretch. And as you're ready, allowing the knees to bend, taking the feet a little wider and reaching the arms out in front. If it's comfortable, coming down a little lower, the feet might be a little narrower. If you come down quite far, reach those fingers out in front, draw the hips back. This is stretching out through that mid-back area. Relax the head and neck down, body weight towards the heels and into the fingertips. 3 breaths. Nice work. From here, let's come onto all fours. However, you can come onto all fours. Planting your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhaling, opening the chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Pressing into the hands, the knees, the toes. Really arch through the back. Stretch through those spinal muscles. Inhaling into the belly, opening the heart, opening the head. Exhale, rounding, contracting through the belly, contracting through the heart, contracting through the head. Letting that circulation of energy expand and contract, helping everything to flow, blasting through any stagnation in the body. Flowing with your own rhythm. Let it be as expressive as you want to be. All right, from here as you're ready, coming back to neutral spine. Inhaling, right arm up to the sky, sweeping the hand behind, forward, up, behind, forward. So just doing 2 more of these. 1 more. And lowering down. Other side now. Reaching left arm forwards, back, behind. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to extend my right leg back and just gently pulse, stretching out the back of the leg. And then from here, I'm going to stretch my left arm out, pulsing forward and back, just activating my core here. If it's comfortable, I'm going to stop pulsing, press down through my right hand and left foot, and maybe lift my right leg. Breathing in, exhale, drawing my knee and elbow in towards each other. Inhale away. Exhale in, inhale away. Exhale in, inhale away. Exhale in, inhale away. Lowering down. As I'm ready, extending left leg behind, just gently pulsing. 3, 2, and 1. Reaching right arm out now. 3, 2, 1. Staying with this, feeling the lower ribs, lower belly drawing in, pelvic floor drawing up, or alternatively, lifting left leg. Exhale in. Drawing elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale away. Exhale in. Inhale away. Exhale in. Inhale away. Exhale in. Inhale away. Lowering down. Now taking the hands and the knees a little bit wider. Snaking over towards your left. Heart forwards. Over towards your right. Left hip left. Right hip right. Snaking through the body. Really getting into it if you can. Testing out what is it like to be low? What is it like to be high? What feels best for my body? The aim here again is to take our awareness to Dantian, that space 3 finger widths below the navel, and feel like we're drawing a figure 8. Both front and back, and also horizontally to the sides. And this is just getting everything moving, everything flowing. We're blasting through all stagnation that we've been feeling. When you're ready, allowing your hips to draw back towards the heels, drawing your chest forwards and through. Exhale back behind, keeping the toes tucked for stability, keeping the hands grounded for stability. Letting that wave move through the body, just like we did when we were standing. Breathing in and out. Inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, releasing, relaxing. As you next come back through, hips towards the heels, we'll change direction, drawing forwards, bending elbows, drawing back. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Three more. 2 more. As we come forwards this time, squeezing the elbows in, lowering down. Tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, gently lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, gently lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, gently lifting the hips, taking the hips back to the heels, finding a child's pose, reaching the arms out in front, hips back behind, stretching it out, relaxing the head down. Next, inhale, gently lifting the torso and the hands draw in a little bit. Exhale, walking your hands over towards your right, hips over towards your left, even through the shoulders if you can, feeling the stretch from the left hip all the way up to the left fingertips. Lower the gaze between the arms. 3 breaths up and down your left side. Then let's draw your right arm in a little bit, reaching the left arm overhead, and maybe turn the palm 180. Bend the elbow, back of hand comes to the side waist or inner thigh, opening through the left side of your chest, left side of your chest cavity and your abdominal cavity, helping support blood flow to those beautiful organs of your left side. Inhale to release the left arm up, taking the left hand down, snaking the hands and the hips back to center, breathing in. Exhale, reaching over to the left side, hips over towards the right side, feeling the length through that whole right side to the fingertips, lowering the gaze between the arms. 3 breaths here. And then drawing the left hand in if it feels okay, reaching the right arm up. Maybe turning the palm, bending the elbow, back of hand comes to the body or sideways. Opening up, remembering your head is attached to your spine. What feels good is positioning. Just being gentle, maybe tucking the chin in. Breathe into the space. 1 more breath in, releasing up. Exhale down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, all fours, tuck toes. Exhale, bend through elbows, chaturanga, lowering the chest down, keeping the hips lifted, opening through the lower back, lower belly. 3, 2, 1. Releasing legs out from underneath you, tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, chest, then hips. Exhale, lower, maybe an extra layer this time. Inhale, chest, hips, maybe knees. If the knees are lifted, we can roll over the toes for our downward facing dog. If your knees were grounded, hips to heels first, like child's pose, but toes tucked, then downward facing dog. Feet are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. Feeling like you've got 2 jam jars in your hands and you're trying to turn the lids. You're trying to turn your right lid outwards and your left lid outwards, away from each other. This engages the armpits inwards towards each other, stabilizes the rotator cuff. And we press into the heels of the hands and the pads of the fingers to draw the weight towards the heels. If the hamstrings are tight, you're just going to bend the knee. Nice deep breaths as you stretch out your spine. Lower belly draws in, pelvic floor draws up, Mula and Uddiyana Bandha. Chin tucks in towards the chest, Jalandhara Bandha. Opening through the back of the neck. Maybe a little sway through the hips. We want to take it a little deeper into the hips. We can bend the right knee, straighten the left leg a little, and then swivel the right knee over towards the left. And then swap it over. Bending left knee over towards the right. Really nice for stretching out through the back and sides of the hips. Let's do that a few more times. Remembering to breathe. Remembering to have fun with our practice as we open up the flow in every part of the body. And then allowing yourself to come up on the toes and then dropping the heels down towards the floor. If you need to reposition, please do. Just moving a little more through the head and neck. If you want to take this into a little bit more core, we're going to press into the right hand, take the back of the left hand to the outside of the right leg, press them into one another, And gently look upwards towards your right armpit or a little beyond, stretching through the back of that left shoulder and strengthening through the right arm, through the core. 3, 2, and 1. Swapping it over, planting left hand firmly, taking the back of the right hand to the outside of the left leg, pressing them into one another to help you twist from the belly, then the ribs, then the shoulders, gazing up beyond the left armpit. Nice deep breaths for 3, 2, and 1. Really good one for opening up through those lats. All right, from here as you're ready, let's walk the hands back towards our feet. Pressing into the feet, curling ourselves up one vertebra at a time. Let's come back to that movement through the shoulders, through the hips, through the arms, through the elbows. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to come down into a squat, reaching the arms forwards into chair pose. Palms turn up to broaden across the shoulders. Sink it down. Breathing in, lengthen. Exhale, sink it down, strengthening those legs. Breathing in, lengthen. Just checking the kneecaps are staying in alignment with the toes. Inhaling to lengthen. Gaze is forwards. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, and last one. From here, taking the hands to the heart, breathing in. Exhale, bring in a twist over towards the right side, maybe lowering the left elbow to the outside of the right leg, pressing the palms towards the heart, tucking the chin in, gazing up. If you're comfortable here, maybe spreading your wings, maybe binding the top hand. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing up, hands back to the heart, reaching the arms forwards, sink a little deeper. Inhale up, exhale down, hands to the heart, breathing in, exhale, twisting over towards the left, taking the right elbow outside of the left leg, pressing the heart towards the thumbs, maybe opening your wings, maybe you bind. Choosing a gaze that suits you, tucking the chin in if you're gazing up. 3, 2, and 1. Hands back to heart. Releasing back to center, arms forward, sink it down. Taking the hands forwards, finding a plank position. Lowering the knees if plank's a little too strong. Otherwise, keeping full plank, pressing into the hands, breathing in. Exhale, squeeze elbows in, lower all the way down. Tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest, the hips, maybe the knees. Exhale, hips to heels if the knees are grounded, otherwise rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Planting left foot, inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bending right knee, stacking right hip on top of left. Pressing firmly into the hands, drawing your right knee in towards the lower ribs. Everything else the same, then cocking it out to the side, stacking the hips again. 3 more circles, just like that. If you need to take it lighter, just take that left knee down. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Either knees grounded or finding your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. 1 more in and out. From here, planting right foot, left leg lifts. Left knee bends.
Left hip stacks on top of right. Let's make 5 circles as you're ready. 3, 5. 4, opening those hips. 3, really good for the groin and the inner line of the leg. 2, and 1. Find your downward facing dog or child's pose, 3 breaths. Armpits engaged, jam jars drawing outwards from each other. 2, and 1. Nice work. From here as you're ready, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee draws into the chest, shoulders come over the wrist, step that right foot forwards. Keeping your back heel lifted, bend the back knee, curl your spine up. Breathing in, reaching arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, take the hands, the energy down towards the ground. Inhale, reaching up, lengthen. Exhale, down. Feeling the tailbone scooping under to help open through the front of that left hip. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the arms out in front and then twisting around to your right. If you wish, wrap the hands around the body. If you wish, gaze towards your back heel. 3, 2, 1. Reaching the arms out, reaching the arms up, taking the back heel in 90 degrees, reaching the arms out. Inhale, lengthening up, lengthening the front leg. Exhale out. Send the energy out. Inhale, drawing in, love through the head, through the heart. Sending it out. In, even up through the legs, into the belly, to the heart, and out. Feeling all these cycles through the body. And out. Inhale up. Leaving the legs as they are, taking the arms out. Leaning towards your front fingers. Gently allowing the back of the right hand to the inside of the right leg, reaching left arm up to the sky, maybe tucking the chin in, gazing up. Keeping the shoulders and the chest nice and open. Pressing deeply into the feet. Staying here or maybe sliding a little further down the inside of the right leg. Trikonasana. If it's uncomfortable to gaze up, just to the side of the room or down towards your grounding right foot. Next, inhale, drawing up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Windmill the hands down either side of your right foot. Stepping back into your plank, dropping your knees if you need to, breathing in. Exhale, lower. Maybe straight over the toes into knees lifted or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Continuing to work your variation. Pressing into those hands, those feet, hip width and shoulder width. From here, grounding the right foot, left leg lifts. Left knee draws into the chest, stepping between the hands. Bending the back knee, keeping up on the back toes, pressing into the feet, curling up, reaching up. Exhale, sink the energy down, bend the back knee to hover. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. However you want to move the arms is fine, whatever feels best for you. 2, and 1. Reaching the arms forward, sweeping the left arm back, finding your twist, maybe wrapping the hands around the body. Option to have the knee straight or bent, whatever feels better for your right hip. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the arms up. Taking the right hand back, right heel in 90. Taking your left arm forward, kneecap in alignment with the toes. Warrior two, hips opening out, tailbone tucked under, lower ribs in. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale out. Feeling the cycle of energy, the flow. And out. Inhale. And out. Two more. Last one. Inhaling all the way up. Leaning the legs, arms out. Leaning forward as you exhale. Lowering the back of the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Left thigh spirals out. Inhale, reaching the right arm up, pressing into the outer blade of your right foot. Breathing in. Maybe lower a little further. Breathing in. Maybe lowering a little further. 3 breaths. If it's too strong, you just come out. If you'd rather position the head differently, if you're looking up, tuck the chin in. 3, 2, and 1. Well done, bending the front knee. Warrior two. Taking both hands down. Stepping back. Breathing in. Exhale, lower. Maybe straight over the toes. Maybe knees are grounded or knees are lifted. Finding your downward facing dog. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. As you're ready, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee draws into chest. This time you're going to take your right ankle behind your left wrist. If it's too much, just take it a little closer to the left hip. Shuffle your right leg back. Right knee comes behind the right wrist. Extend that left leg back. If you're needing a bit more support, you can pop a cushion under your right thigh, or you can just stay up nice and high. You can also stay with the back knee more bent. So it completely depends on what you need for your body. For the full expression of pigeon pose, which is going to open through our lower back and pelvis, our left leg comes all the way back, and we try and have our toes in alignment with our heel, which is in alignment with the knee and the hip. If you're quite comfortable here, you can take your right ankle up towards where your left wrist was, and that's going to open the stretch even more. Staying nice and even as your hips, as your right hip particularly gets used to this. Just taking a few breaths, feeling the connection to the belly, connection to the heart, connection to the head, the whole body. And then as you feel ready, maybe lengthening out of your pelvis and coming onto the forearms, if that feels good. If you're already feeling it, stay here. The inhale creates space, the exhale creates more release into the posture. If you want to take it further, maybe taking palms on top of each other, forehead down, elbows out, shoulders back and down. Let's take 5 breaths here. If you're wanting to intensify it, lean a little more over towards your extended leg. As you finish off your breath, slowly drawing yourself up. If you're feeling pretty good here, you can come into one-footed Royal King Pigeon pose. But basically, you're stretching the thigh as well. If you want to give it a try, see if you can bend the left knee. If you can bend the left knee, maybe have a go at reaching that left arm back behind and drawing the heel in, pressing down through the legs. If you're comfortable here, you can reach the right arm up, bend the elbow, and maybe the fingers come together. But if this is full on, just stay where you are and allow yourself to experience the stretch however you are. If you come into the full expression, let's release that gently now. Plant the hands, sweep that right leg back, downward facing dog. If you want to take a break, just take the knees down, find your child's pose. Stretching it out, maybe moving through the ankles or pedaling through the legs. And then swapping over to the other side. So we press into the right foot, inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee draws towards the left wrist. Left ankle behind the right wrist or further down. Shuffling that right leg back. Just checking in the alignment. And just feel your way into it. Feel the stretch. How does it feel when you lean a little forward? How does it feel when you move over more to one side or the other side? Just checking in. And then if you're feeling pretty good, lengthening out of the lower back, finding your forearms. Remembering to intensify it, you draw the left angle closer towards the right wrist or the right elbow and the body weight over towards the extended leg. Staying here or maybe palms to touch, forehead down, shoulders down. 5 breaths. As you finish your 5th breath, walking the hands in. Staying here perhaps as you press down through the legs, which is going to help to open through the front of that right thigh. If you want to take it further, just leaning a little over towards the left first, bending the right knee, maybe taking hold, maybe hooking the elbow around, maybe turning the gaze forwards, and if it feels comfortable, taking hold. This side for me is a bit tighter, so I'm just going to stay here. This is about honouring ourselves in our practice. We always tend to find when we stretch ourselves out on both sides, one side is tighter than the other. And that just indicates how we hold ourselves during the day. Okay, if you've come into a more full expression, just releasing gently, planting the hands, sweeping the legs back, child's pose or downward facing dog. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take the knees down, knees a little wider, hips to heels. From here, we're going to shuffle the right arm over towards the left side of the mat and the left arm over to the right side of the mat. Chin forward, tucks in, 3 breaths into the back of the heart and the shoulders. Changing it over as you're ready. Creeping out through those fingers, chin over if you can, and then tucks in. All right, from here as you're ready, drawing the hands in. Let's just stretch out those wrists a little, interlacing the fingers, rotating through the wrists. Working both sides. And then as you're ready, let's open the palms, Press into the fingers, maybe into the heels of the hands, and just stretch out through those wrists a little more. 3, maybe a little figure 8 through the shoulders. 2, and 1. Swapping it around, so the tops of the hands now. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. From here, let's sprawl ourselves out. Palms to the floor, forehead down, heels out to the sides, toes in. Breathe from the center of your being, center of your heart, center of your head, the center of your belly, connected in with the earth. Four more breaths. And then as you're ready, stretching the arms out, rolling over onto your back, releasing any hair ties if you have any, so you're comfortable. Drawing your heels in towards your buttocks, pressing into your feet, palms out to the sides or above the head. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Now, if this feels really easy, keeping your gaze up, of course, then you're going to keep your hips lifted. And then maybe also lift the arms and allow blood flow back towards the heart. If this feels really easy, you might interlace the fingers underneath the body and draw the shoulder blades towards each other to help open through the chest. If this feels really easy and you want more of a challenge and you've done shoulder stand before, maybe walking the feet in a little so you can take the heels of your hands to the top of the pelvis. Maybe see what it's like to lift your legs. Maybe it's just the knees drawing in. Drawing the heels of the hands closer up towards the shoulder blades. And then extending the legs up and pointing, flexing through the toes here. Just releasing through those ankles after the standing pose as we did. Letting gravity reverse its effects on our circulatory system. Supporting the flow of used blood back to the heart to be re-oxygenated, to be flooded with nutrients so that it can flow around our bodies. Beautiful. If you've come into this variation, let's start to bend the knees. From here, as you're ready, starting to see if you can lower your feet down, releasing your hands from the body. If they're interlaced underneath still, allowing them out to the sides. And then let's everyone lower the spine down. Knocking the knees in, taking the feet further out in front. Let's take the right hand to the belly, the left hand to the heart. Relax the shoulders down. Let's take some nice deep breaths. Maybe tucking that chin in to lengthen the back of the neck. Now, if this feels really good, you're staying here. Otherwise, maybe draw that left foot in a little, draw the right knee into the chest, and then hook it over the left. Arms out to the sides, bend the elbows, fingers back behind, breathing up your spine. And then exhale the knees over towards the left, gazing out over the right shoulder. Breathing into your three spaces, your belly, your head, your heart. Feeling it communicating with the space, with the sky around you. With the earth beneath you. Talking to each other within you. Two more deep breaths. And And as you're ready, knees back to center, gaze back to center, changing over the cross of the legs, breathing up your spine. Knees over towards your right, gazing out over your left shoulder. Maybe closing the eyes if you haven't already. 3 more breaths. And then as you're ready, maybe opening the eyes, knees back to center, uncrossing the legs, just hugging them into the chest. Maybe the forehead draws up towards the knee, scrunching everything, even the face. And then releasing ourselves out, spreading out like a star, extending through the left arm, right toes, and then right arm, left toes. Then allowing the hands down by the sides. Option to take the soles of the feet here, knees out wide to open a little more through the pelvis and the groin. Otherwise, legs are just out in front, a bit wider than hip width. Toes flop out, heels flop in. Palms open out, shoulders down your spine. And just let everything soften like it's honey dripping down from the honeycomb. Letting your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles, your organs, your joints, your bones, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings soften, release, and let go. Taking beautiful, slow breaths here. Relishing every single inhalation and exhalation.
once you're ready, starting to deepen your breath into your belly. Your breath expand up into the heart. Expand up into the head. And then release from all three, out through the toes and the fingers. Breathing into belly, heart, head. Release into all three. Belly, heart, head. Release into all three. As it feels right, maybe a little movement comes back into the fingers and toes, into the arms, the legs, the spine, and then rolling over onto your side, letting the top hand rest in front of your heart and the bottom arm rest under your head. And just taking 3 breaths here, eyes closed if you can. And then as you finish your 3rd breath, gently winding yourself up into a comfortable seat. Allowing your index finger and middle finger to come together with your right thumb, and your ring finger and your middle finger come together with your left. Closing the eyes. Breathing in, receiving up the right side, and releasing out the left. Creating a cycle, a circle of energy through your body. Remembering to receive and to give, instead of letting energy become trapped in your being. This allows us to flow when we allow the giving and receiving to flow with ease. This mudra of flow is feeling really good for you. Staying with it for another 10 minutes. Otherwise, completing our practice as we draw the hands into prayer position at the heart space. Uniting our feminine and masculine energies, uniting right-left sides of brain and body. Uniting everything with our core, our belly, our heart, our head. Allow the flow once again between the three. Let's draw that up to our 3rd eye, our seat of intuition. Sky, acknowledging our place in the cosmos and sweeping our hands out to the sides and down to the earth, acknowledging our place in our material world, in our physical landscape. And also expressing gratitude for that area in your life right now that you can dedicate this whole practice of flow towards. Where did you need it? Send your love, send your gratitude for that challenge, for helping you to connect with yourself and flow. Drawing the hands back to the heart space, completing our circle, our cycle with one round of Om. Breathing in if you're joining. An acknowledgement of this beautiful flow, our unique flow within ourselves, and the light that guides us forward. Let's bow our heads towards our hearts. Namaste. Just taking a few more moments to your beautiful self, maybe even giving yourself a hug. Enjoying this sense of truly honoring your flow. Then as you're ready, maybe the eyes open. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Living Lotus Love and Hobby. And if you'd like something to be focused on that you're really going through at this time, let me know, comment, and I will endeavor to make a video just for you, because there will be other people going through the same thing. I love you.